90% of negotiations, of getting what you want in contracts, of getting paid what you deserve is approaching it with a posture of that is what I deserve. And you would be absolutely absurd to ask me to explain why that is. And it's not confidence. It's not just confidence. It's almost a internal knowingness that translates in a way where people are just kind of like, okay. And, so here's how this sort of manifests in my life, right? This is how I'm seeing this show up. When I go into contract negotiations, before I enter them, right, whether it's for a book deal or a, TV show deal, because I live in LA, so there's always multiple things going. If you guys don't know that, TV show deals are the type of thing where it can take like 4 years till it comes to fruition. But I mean, I signed a several season deal, with a major streaming network. And so we're working on that process, but it's the type of thing that could take like 4 years before you actually see anything on TV, if it even happens. Like, it's crazy. But, going into deals like that, what I've learned is that I decide before the opportunity shows up what it will take for me to say yes. Y'all, that's free. That's where you are right now. So I'm not even kidding. Literally, I'm like, in order for me to do TV of this style, like, so for instance, one thing that I know that I am in this present season fairly unlikely to embrace would be doing another family style reality show, right? I may be open to a couple show. I don't know, but I just am thoroughly over having cameras in my home following my family. A lot of that has to do with the fact that, my littles are in that weird awkwardy phase. My olders are dating and, building serious relationships, and it's just kind of a strange time to be documenting all that for them. And also just my relationship's fairly new. So I'd like to give that a little bit of time to like settle in and feel really good. I mean, it feels good, but you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where I already know that's kind of how I feel. But, and this is also another thing I learned from the wealthy, everything does have a price or a context where it can work. So I already decided sitting down, like, because I am in LA and there are always opportunities, and my agent may bring me anything. What would it look like for it to work for me? What would it look like for me to do a family reality show? Would I need to have a clear-cut schedule? Would I need to be able to choose who my showrunner and executive producer are? Would it need to be on a certain network? How much would I need to pay and how long would a season be? What would it look like for me to renew? Would we still film in my house or would we have to be offset? And fortunately I can draw from, all my TV making history and be able to say, okay, well, these are some things I know are typical. But then I'm also able to add to it things that frankly, I don't even know if someone would say yes to, but in order for me to move, this is what it would look like. And, and for y'all, I'm not even kidding. It can be like, well, if I'm going to do it, I just need to know that we'll start shooting at 6 a.m. and finish by 3. Like, it may or may not happen, but, you can have that list. So the point being that I am already making a list. And I think some of you may believe in like, manifestation or, using affirmative talk to make things come to realization, all that. I don't really consider it that, to me, it really is taking a clear cut awareness of what your needs are so that when you enter your bargaining position, you are able to remain firm to that because you don't have to explain why something is, but you definitely need to know what it is you want. So I will never tell, I'll never go back and forth with the network on the fact that, it's really important to me to put my daughter in bed by 7:30 because that's part of, our bedtime routine. And I really want to make sure that she's comfortable in her day and she gets grouchy if she, stays up past 9. Like, why do I have to explain that to you? I am her mom. This is what's required. You have the thing that you want as an outcome. I'm telling you, this is how it can happen and we can meet your need. If you're unable to do that, then that's what that is. When I tell you, you will so deeply weaken your position if you feel the need to over-explain where you are.